Hello, my lovelies. Playing with some lights that we got. We got some new lighting. They're LED lights. And so hopefully that helps brighten us up a little bit. Bear with us. We're working through some of the just different things to try to make videos better. There's shadows and all that kind of stuff. I don't have my son here to help me work out all of that stuff, but this is better. I think that there's a better view. Even if it washes out me, it doesn't really matter. I don't like watching dim, dark videos. It's just something that appeals to me and may not affect anybody else. So we're doing our best to make a production better. Quality of videos, we're doing it from the iPad. So the video quality isn't the greatest. It's a little pixelated. So eventually we'll get better camera stuff. My phone does a better job, but however, it takes super long for that to upload to anything. The iPad is like super, super fast. So I don't know if that's a storage issue or whatever. So we're constantly, doing better at trying to make production better for you. So I wanted to do core today. We have the red mat out. It is Power Week. There's a selection. If you don't feel like doing power stuff this week, we've got some stretchy type videos that you can connect to and do those instead. I just did a gentle one yesterday. So we're gonna do core today. So grab a pair of socks. We're gonna do some socks. You will also need like this size of something, whether it's a novel or I don't know, it could be just a box. It doesn't need to be super heavy. These are not very heavy, and heaviness isn't what we're about anyway, so it's about what we're gonna do with it. So you need it to be like sturdy, but it doesn't have to be super heavy. So anyway, so grab your blocks. If you have your wheel, grab your wheel. We are going to do some wheel stuff. If you don't have a wheel, grab a blanket, just roll it up and make it into a log, and you'll just arch over that blanket when we do wheel stuff, because we're not going to do any balancing stuff. We're just going to open up the spine and stretch out the shoulders with it like we normally do. Actually, we aren't going to balance on it. So if you do have some blocks or a couple books to stack up, you can do that on your side instead of the wheel. And you can even put a blanket over it, and you can arch over that as well to open up the spine. So the playlist today is Shred 1. First thing we're going to do today, we always start with breathing. We're also going to incorporate Mula Bandha. So I have heard that said so many different ways. Lula Bandha. What was another one? Medulla oblongata. That's the opposite end of that body. And so I've just heard different things. And so anyway, it's M-U-L-A-H, Mula Bandha, B-A-N-D-H-A. So it's a root lock. Mula, root, bandha, lock. And so our root lock is our pelvic floor, so we're going to access that. So if you have been through that series with me, you know exactly what we're accessing. For those of you that this is new, it seems like a weird thing to tap into, but really is super beneficial to your practice and to your overall health and wellness, especially for women as we age. Men need to tap into it as well, but for women as we age, we tend to get some leakage, and we need to keep that tight. So Kegel exercises kind of similar. Well, they are very similar. You access part of that, but there's another step with it that kind of deepens that practice. And so if you're a person who likes to do inversions, arm balances, this will drastically change your practice if you tap into that. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. So Shred 1 is my playlist. I'll put that in a link in the post. So if you are following along with my music, we're going to press the first song in 3, 2, 1. All right. So center with me. Start to close out the craziness. No matter what is going on in your life, what is going on in this world, this place, this time, right now, there's There's no place for any of that other stuff. This is about you taking care of yourself. This is about you taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, so that when you get off your mat today, you have the energy, the patience, the ability to take care of others in your life. So start to feel that mind-body connection. All that means is you're starting to take in and be aware of what's going on inside your body. What your body feels like. You may be able to identify some areas that might be a little bit of tightness or tenderness. Use this time to set your intention for your practice. I've set a focus for the practice on the core, but our intentions are all different. What we want to work toward is all different. We're going to do a few Ujjayi breaths just to calm ourselves, to tap into ourself, connect with ourself. Exhaling all the air out. Closing the lips. Now you're not sucking in through the nose, you're pulling with the throat. Let that belly expand. Exhale, pull the belly back in. Inhale, fill it back up. Expanding into those ribs. Exhale, closing the ribs. And then the belly. Inhale, belly. Ribs. Chest. Keep all the belly big. Exhale, chest first. Close the ribs. Pull the belly back in. One more breath like that. Inhale, belly. Ribs. Chest. Exhale, chest. Ribs. Belly. Next breath, all on your own. Take your time, filling up this whole space. Into Mula Bandha. The reason why I like to do this during core class, I like for everybody to use this all throughout their practice, but when I really intentionally help you implement it and help you be mindful of it is during core, because it is a lot of core work. Just by sitting and doing this practice, just sitting anywhere, in a chair, on your mat, on the floor, whatever, is going to strengthen your core, strengthen your pelvic floor. You can do this and nobody knows what you're doing. So anyway, so we want to strengthen all of that up. So if you think about what we're tapping into is the muscle between the genitals and the rectum. There's a muscle right in between it. And so we're tapping into that muscle right there. So there's going to be a squeezing of the rectal muscles, a squeezing of the genital muscles, and a pulling up and in. So the pulling up and in is more like an energy pulling you up, because obviously we can't suck the muscles up into our body. But it kind of does feel like it's kind of pulling up just a little bit. But what you'll feel is the ribs expand, the torso get long, the neck expand, the crown of the head getting really tall. And so it's almost like a squeezing and letting go as the body gets used to this. So as you do this and you feel like one part lets go and then you have to grab hold of it again, that is perfectly normal. This is a practice and I don't have it down pat. I'm not great at it, but I'm still a work in progress. But it's really drastically changed my practice and my inversions and arm balances. So, and I have a super, super strong core, so tapping into that is like great for core strength. Remember, our core is the trunk of our body, so your back, keeping your back, all of this nice and strong keeps that body upright. So we're going to tap into that now. Do not hold your breath. We don't hold our breath when we do this. We breathe through it. So let's exhale. And now you're going to squeeze the pelvic floor. So squeeze the rectum, squeeze the genitals. That's the first part. You're still breathing. You're not holding breath here. It's just sometimes that first exhale just kind of helps you like be like, oh, okay. So everything is squeezing at the bottom. You have it squeezing super tight. Almost like when you go to the bathroom and you have to cut off that urine stream real fast, that's what you're doing. You're stopping it. So that's squeezing that restriction. This is kind of like the Kegel part of the exercise if you're a one. Now just let that go. So that was the first step of it. The second step is the energy part where we pull up and in. So sometimes it helps. Does me, I'm always doing this up in class or this to help them get a visual, a mental picture to engage and tap into that. And what it does is it helps me physically tap into it. If I'm not doing that, then I have a harder time accessing it. So if you want to do that along with me, that might help you as well. If it's something you haven't tried in class because maybe you would feel awkward, which you should never feel awkward in class doing something like that. But if you have felt awkward, maybe at home, try it. See if it helps you to engage that and tap into that a little bit better. So let's exhale. Squeeze the pelvic floor like you're squeezing off that urine stream. Now like you have a zipper zipping you up in front. Feeling the torso get long, the ribs expand, the chest lifted, the neck feels long, the crown of the head getting really high. So you've already felt the pelvic floor let go, contract, let go, contract. It's just a fight. And release. Squeeze that pelvic floor like you have a string going down through the center of your body. Pull the string up. And you should feel everything lengthen. Everything is squeezing here. Still breathing. And let go. One more time. Exhale. Squeeze that pelvic floor. Feel that core super tight. And then zip up or pull up like you have that string pulling from the crown of your head, connecting all the way down to that muscle at your pelvic floor, pulling up and in, feeling that coming up through the center, the energy coming up through the center of the body, feeling the core muscles really tight, the thighs, the booty, everything is like super tight, but you're still breathing. Holding it just a little bit longer on this last one. And release. All right, we're going to start with a little bit of seated core stuff. So seated planks, bring those hands right here, elbows together. I'm going to turn to the side a little bit. I'm going to do some things to the side so that you can see. I've got my mat kind of turned so that you can see. So seated planks are just like when you're on the floor. It's that tuck. The pelvis tips in and the heart pulls in. So think about rounding out, not just rounding the spine and caving in, but engaging pubic bone up toward the heart. So sit comfortably. Forearms parallel to the triceps parallel to the floor. Take a breath and exhale. Push the forearms out away from you. Now tip the pelvis up toward the heart and hold. So don't squeeze the hands together. You can even keep them like this. We don't want to transfer all that energy to the hands. We're keeping it in the core. Inhale, release. Exhale, push and push and tuck. Inhale, release. Exhale, push and tuck. One more time. Inhale, release. Exhale, push and tuck. And release. Rolling out those shoulders. All right. Sitting with those legs folded. Inhale, right arm up, or left arm up for you. Exhale, reaching over. Bringing those fingers behind the head. Now pull the elbow open. And then you're gonna curl in and tuck. You're gonna pull that pelvis in toward the heart. So bring the elbow toward the knee. Tuck it all in, pull the pelvis in. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, open. So it's a stretch and strength. Exhale, you're getting closer to the knee or to that thigh. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull the pelvis in, tuck. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, open. Inhale, up. And exhale, right arm up and over. Get a nice, good stretch. Bringing those fingers behind the head. And exhale, tuck. Squeeze it in. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, open. And bringing that center, both fingers back behind the head. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. 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 One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. And release, rolling shoulders, front to back. Pulling the rib cage, side to side. Ooh. And we're going to circle the belly around, almost like a belly dance. You're circling that rib cage around. We're massaging those internal organs. We're loosening up the spine. We're working the core muscles. Rotate it the other way. And bringing that center. Bringing those fingertips behind the head again. And exhale, keeping both butt cheeks on the mat. Tip the elbow to the right. Chest up. Keep pulling that left knee down toward the floor. And dropping into that as much as you can. That core has to engage. Don't let the butt cheeks lift. Inhale up, exhale to the left, keeping the elbows open, pull hard down toward the floor with that right knee. Inhale up, exhale, we want to get a good stretch here too, so really pull that right elbow down, left knee stays pulling down. Inhale up, and exhale to the left, right knee down, left elbow down. Inhale up and exhale. One more time, the other side. Inhale up and exhale. And inhale up and exhale. Roll that head around. Seated cat-cow. Really tuck. When you pull in and push the spine toward the back wall, tuck the pelvis up really far. So let's exhale, chest forward. So heart forward, tipping that tailbone up. Close the mouth, it's going to stretch out the throat. And then exhale, pull the pelvis up, round up through the spine, bringing the
tips of the shoulders toward one another. Taking your breath in between each posture.
Exhale, pull it to the front.
Exhale to the back. Exhale to the front.
One more time, exhale to the back. And hinging in those hips, crawling those fingers out nice and long. Rock the shoulders side to side, open up into those hips. Keep sinking the chest down as you get a little bit more opened up. And drawing that up, switching out those feet, same thing, hinging in those hips. Exhale, crawl it out, then start to rock the shoulders side to side. As you open up a little bit more, crawl the fingers out. And draw that up. Let's grab our wheel if you have a wheel. If you don't have a wheel, get a wheel. If you don't have a wheel, prop something up, blocks or pillows or something to stretch that out. Get a nice good shoulder stretch. There's going to be like a couple things you won't be able to do with this. Maybe I can think of a way. Let me ponder here for a second. Stretching those shoulders out. During core and balance, we use the wheel a lot. We use the wheel every day in every single one of our classes, but we use it more in those classes. Okay, so for those of you that have a wheel, pinky side down, starting at the back here, and then we're gonna roll out and lengthen. And then use the core, pull the booty back. Keep those shoulders nice and strong. Roll into the front and back. Maybe if you don't have a wheel, I haven't tried it before, I don't know. It might be a flop. So if you can slide out and then pull back. And slide out, pull back. That works. That works. Slide out, pull back. One more time. Slide out, pull back. Yeah. Rolling shoulders front to back. Let's get that back worked out. So again, if you don't have a wheel, you're gonna take your blanket or your pillow, put it behind your back. You can make a log with your blanket like this and place it behind your back, and you're just gonna arch over it. For those of you that have a wheel at home, go ahead and start to open up that spine. Take your time with your spine. We want to create this C shape in the back, so let that head hang back. Once that head connects, let everything just soften and melt down. Shoulders are relaxed, hip flexors are relaxed, ribs are expanding. And reach it out real long, give it a nice good stretch. And if you have your wheel, you're gonna bring those knees up and you're gonna balance there for a second while I talk. If you do not, you're gonna grab your books or your blocks. You can pad it up with a blanket. Hang on, wheel people, I'm coming. And you're gonna place your tailbone on those blocks. Let your head hang back. And you're gonna bring the legs up. Everybody has legs up. If you're only comfortable with one leg up at a time, you can bring the other one to tiptoes on the floor. And we're gonna exhale and pull the toes towards our face. Nice long legs. Inhale up if you have just one leg down. Swap it out. And exhale, toes toward the face. Inhale up and bring the knees into the chest, lengthening the left leg out. Maybe pick the head up off the floor, engage that core. Bringing that in, lengthen the right leg, parallel to the floor. Inhale in, exhale, left leg out. If you need to touch the head back down to the floor, touch the head back down. Inhale that knee in, exhale, right leg out. And inhale, both knees in. Now, adjust the tailbone down on those blocks a little bit and on the wheel a little bit. Reverse plank. So extending the legs out, lifting the head up, keep that pubic bone pulling in toward the heart, keep breathing. One more breath. And let those feet fall to the floor. Those of you on the wheel, drag yourself back up. Those of you on the blocks, you can just roll off to the side. And we're going to do side body, right hip. So if you're on the wheel, if you're new to the wheel, if you just got your wheel, you may not know what you're doing. A lot of my yogis who already have wheels know what they're doing. So if you don't know, these mats are wonderful because they have lines on them. So you line your knee up and the arch of your foot, hip connects, and then ribs roll over the wheel and you exhale up and over. Get a nice good stretch. If you do not have a wheel, we're going to do the same thing with the blocks. Crossing those ankles. So a little bit of balance here. So your body's getting that core work just like those with the wheel. One more breath here. And if you're on the wheel, you're going to bring your forearm to the floor. If you're on the blocks, you're going to bring your forearm to the floor. And we're going to bring the right arm up. And then start to bring the legs up. Pushing the hip into the wheel. Bringing those toes up. If you want, you can try to bind. So everybody falls off their wheel. If you're new to this, that's very normal. We're going to bring those legs parallel to the floor. Drop the hand behind the back. Open up the chest and then slowly work the heels in toward the booty. If you're on a wheel, it's a little bit more challenging. Nice and slow, bringing those legs back out. Open the arm back up to the ceiling. Leg comes back up nice and slow. Bringing it back down. And switching sides. So now that I've shown you how to do that on the blocks, I'm going to jump back on my wheel. Because some may be new to the wheel. This is not my great side on the wheel. I want to face you. So get that nice side body stretch, lining up the knee, the arch of the foot, hip, roll the ribs over. Give a nice good stretch first. And let's connect that forearm. Bring the legs up. If you want, let go of the floor. If you can bind, bind. Nice and slow. Bring the legs together. Ooh, I feel wobbly. Then if you want, hand drops behind the back. Open up the shoulders. And then if you want, nice and slow, pulling the heels into the booty. Nice and slow, lengthen the legs. Release that arm. Leg comes back up really slow. Tap into that mind-body connection. And coming off of that. Let's bring it to standing. Let's get going. Whew. Alright, so now we're going to really start getting intense with it. We do a couple sun salutations to warm up, and then the rest is core, 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 core. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling, forward fold. Let those hamstrings open up. Feel free to rock out, pedal out, wiggle out. If you're listening to the playlist, you should be on We Will Rock You. Oh, it just ended. But it's getting more high energy. Bend those knees nice and easy. Ripple up through that spine. Mountain pose. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhaling, forward fold. Let's take a breath in. And exhale, pull yourself tighter into those thighs. Take another breath. And exhale. And one more breath. And exhale. Good, strong back, inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, namaste. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling, forward folds. Bring those fingertips right behind the head. Root down through the feet and lifting with the back of your head, nice flat back. Pull it up. Squeeze the glutes. Lowering halfway. Bringing that up. Squeeze the glutes. Keep your eyes looking out, elbows back, lower halfway. And up, pushing through the bones of your feet. Hinge forward. Up and squeeze. Hinging forward. Up and squeeze. Hinging forward. Up and squeeze. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Really pull toward the hip. Inhale up. One more time. Exhale to the right. Inhale up.
Exhale to the left. Keep the elbows open, inhale up, exhale to the left. Inhale up, exhale left, inhale up, exhale to the left, really pull to the hip. Bring it up center, inhaling all the way up, exhaling forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, taking that back to plank. Work through your vinyasa. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Meeting me in down dog. Centering the left foot, sweep the right leg up, bend that knee. Right knee, right tricep, hold. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale right. One more set. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up. Sorry, one more. Exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, knee to nose. And then hover the floor with that shin. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Two more. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Send that leg back up. Drop it down, down dog. Pedal out. Centering right foot, sweeping left leg up, bend that knee. Left knee, left tricep, hold. Rolling forward on those toes, getting those shoulders up over the fingertips. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale right. I think we have one more. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale up, knee to nose. And hover the shin. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. One more time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Send the leg back up. And down dog. Pedal out. Woo! Bend the knees. Take a giant step or hop it forward. Exhale, forward fold. Good strong back. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling. Namaste. Woo! Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, forward fold. Plant those hands. Squeeze up onto the toes. Work that press. And take it back. Work through vinyasa. Meeting me in down dog. Bring it to plank. Side plank. Center that right hand. Flip it over side plank, making sure that shoulder's right above that wrist. Exhale, thread it through, lift the hips. Inhale up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale up. Two more. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale up. Exhale, arm overhead, lifting the hip. Inhale the arm up, drop the hip down. And then pull up and down. Pull up. One more time. Down. Pull up. Hand comes down. Flip it over. Side plank. Shoulder right above the wrist. Exhale, thread it through. Lift the hip. And bring it side plank. Exhale, thread through. Side plank. Thread through. Side plank. Two more. Thread through. down. And exhale, pull up. Inhale down. Exhale, pull up. One more time, inhale down. Exhale, pull up, bring it up, back to plank. Separate those feet, hands right underneath the shoulders, shoulder taps. Left, down, right, down, left, down. Try not to rock the body, right, down, left, down, right, down, left, down, right, down, left, down, right, down, left, down, right, down. Extend the left arm. If you want, right leg. Bring that back into plank. Extend the right arm, thumb is up, and if you want, left leg. Hand comes down. Down dog. Woo! Giant step or hop it to the front. Woo! Hanging forward fold. Good strong back. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling, namaste. Woo! Recover your breath. Inhale, fan that up. Exhaling, forward fold. Work that press, pressing the hands down, squeezing up onto the toes, press the hands through. Giant step or hop back plank. Work through that vinyasa. Center in the left foot, sweep the right leg up, lift and lengthen. Bring that knee up into the chest, pull up into the spine, quietly plant the foot, back heel spirals down, windmill up, warrior two. Drop the shoulders, reach the fingers out long. Dropping that right arm on that right thigh, left arm sweeps up. Extended right angle pose, reaching the arms over, and then extend that right arm long. Feel that core engage, rooting down through the feet. Breathe, hang with me. Windmill up, warrior two. Warrior one. Bring it back down, step it back. Vinyasa. Meeting me in down dog, center the right foot, sweep the left toes up, lift, lift, and lengthen. Rolling forward in the back toes, pull the knee up into the chest, quietly plant the foot. Back heel spirals down, windmill up, warrior two. Right angle pose, dropping that left arm down on the left thigh, sweeping the right arm straight up out of that shoulder socket. And then exhale, extended right angle pose, palm facing the floor. And then extend that left arm out and breathe. Root down through the feet, feel that core engage. Keep breathing. One more breath here. Windmill, open up, warrior two. Sweep up, warrior one. Hand bringing that down, take it back. Work through that vinyasa. Drop those knees, sink back, child's pose. Whew. And bringing that to forearms. Tuck those toes, forearm plank, tuck the pelvis in, high through the shoulders. And we're gonna bring the right knee to the right tricep. So up, lengthen back. Up, lengthen back. 3, back. 4, back. 5, back. Toe tap, left side. Up, back. 2, back. 3, back. 4, back, 5, one more set, switch legs, right, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, switch sides, left, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, drop those knees, take a child's pose, relax those arms. Whew. One more breath here. Yeah, bring that up. All right. Now we're gonna go do some block work. So you have blocks, books, whatever works. We're gonna start off with just one. So bring between the legs, and then instead of moving your whole body, just pick that leg up over the block. So your hips are still facing that block. What we wanna try not to do is use the floor. If you need to, use the floor. When we do both legs, you'll have to use the floor. But one leg, try to bring it to the hips. And what we don't want is for you to lean back to lift the leg. We want you to use the core, the low belly muscles. So this is tightening the low belly muscles and working the hip flexors. So inhale, right leg up and over. Left, left, right. Keep your spine nice and straight. Right, left, left, right. So if you don't have blocks, stack another book on top. Make it higher somehow. Or just lift your leg higher. Right, don't lean back. Left, left, right, right, left, left, right. Let's see if we can go higher. Right, don't lean back, don't lean back. Left. One leg might be stronger than the other. My left goes a little bit higher, a little easier than my right one does. This one's more of a struggle to make it clear. Up and over. Up and over. And bring it down, both legs. So this you have to put your hands on the floor, but just lightweight on the floor, fingertips. So a little bit forward of the hips, not back here because you're not leaning back to lift those legs. You want to pull the legs up, so you have to really engage Mula Bandha. So when you squeeze that pelvic floor and pull everything up in nice and tight, that's going to help lift those legs. This is where Mula Bandha is going to benefit you. So bring it up and over. Lean the chest forward a little bit, up and over. Up, over, up, over. Let's create a little more height somehow, whatever you have at home. Ready? Up, over. Don't lean back. Up, over. Up, over, up, over. Woo! You might get a little bit of cramping on those thighs. Maybe a Charlie horse. Let's heighten. Ooh. So let's not lean back. Remember, don't lean back. Sorry, I have an itchy spot on my back. All right. I'm just stalling. And up. Over. Make sure you're not holding breath. Up. And over. One more time. Up. Over. Last time. Up and over. Whoo! Alright. Let's just hinge forward just a little bit. Whew. Alright, we're going to do a boat pose. First we're going to elevate ourselves, so let's bring it to a block. A little bit harder when you elevate yourself, so if you don't want anything squishy, you
want something firm, so book or a couple books. Find that sweet spot and lengthen. Whew. And release. Whew. Okay, so you're gonna grab your block, book, whatever it is that you have. And we're gonna lay on our back. Let me turn this way. We're gonna bring that knee up, place the block here, bring the left elbow here, bring both knees up, and hold, squeeze and hold. And release. When you first start, it might not feel much, but the longer you hold, those holds are where change happens. So bring it up to the other one. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Hold. Tuck that pelvis in, engage the core. Breathe. And release. Whoo! All right, I might be working up a little bit of a tiny sweat. No drips, but sweat. Okay, so we're going to flatten the block, make it less. So maybe if you don't have a block, use a thinner book. And bring it back to the opposite leg. Bring the elbow. It's gonna make you have to squeeze up a little bit tighter. And release. Whew. Opposite side. Keep pulling that pelvis in. And release. Whew. Now we're getting rid of the block and we're going to take the elbow straight to the thigh. Whew. So we want to keep our leg parallel like that. We want to try not to bring the leg in, but bring the elbow up to the thigh. So, opposite elbow, opposite thigh, pull up, 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 squeeze and hold. When you start to feel the burn, that's when it's working. And release. Right back up, other side. And release, hugging those knees in. Whew, let's roll up. Now we're gonna grab our socks. Now we're gonna do some fun stuff. If you don't have wood floors, you can do it on carpet, but you still want to have socks on. If you don't, you're gonna give yourself rug burns. And if you are on this, you'll give yourself a burn as well as your skin will want to stick to it. It just won't want to slide. So it will not slide on your mat. So you're gonna get your mat out of the way. If you are on your mat, have my kitty paw socks on. Aren't they cute? All right. To slide those feet up and back on if the carpet is giving you some resistance. Just kind of play around with it. We're going to pull, we're going to pike up is what we're doing. So we're going to start into a plank. We're going to pull like we have a string to our tailbone, pulling our booty up toward the ceiling and bring our feet to standing. Now your feet may be in down dog when you come up to standing and you have to walk the toes up. That is just normal. The more the body opens up, the more you can tap into Mula Bandha and engage that and pull that up, that's going to get higher and the feet are going to get closer to the mat. This is where Mula Bandha comes in to play here. All right, so step it back plank. I'll show you on toes and then I'll show you on knees.
So we're gonna pull up, 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 up. Bring it to the feet. Sink the booty back, bend the knees, slide back. So, if you don't want to do plank on the toes, you can do it with the knees, and you're just going to pull forward and pull back, push back, okay? So work that with your blanket, and let's go back into plank. Let's everybody start together. Let's drop it to the top of our toes and pull up, 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 up. Untuck the toes, bring it to the feet. Bend the knees, slide it back. Tops of the feet on the floor, pull up, 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 up. Pull the feet on the floor. We're gonna do one more like that, and then we're gonna stand the ball of the feet. Bend the knees, push it back. Tops of the feet on the floor, pull up, 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 up. Bring it to standing, and push it back. We're gonna stay on the ball of the feet. Bring it up, 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 up. And sink the booty back. Bend those knees, push back. Bring it up, 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 up. Booty goes back. Bend the knees, push it back. One more time. Up, 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 up. And there goes my earpiece, push back. And nice and easy, roll that up. Whew. All right, so this one I like to do with a blanket. If you're on carpet, you won't need to, but the planks on the floor kind of cut across the tops of my toes, even with the socks. So I don't love that. So I usually have a blanket underneath my toes. So we're going to go into that plank. We're going to pull the knees up to the left, shoot them straight back, pull them up to the right, pull them straight back, up to the left, pull them straight back. So it's that pattern. All right, so taking that out to plank, up to the left, straight back, right, straight back, 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 left, straight back, right, straight back. Woo! And take a child's pose. All right. So, bringing that back into plank. We're going to slide right knee up to right tricep and back. Left knee, left tricep, back, right, back, left, back, right, back, left, back, right, back, left, back. Both up, back, up, back, up, back, up, back, up, back, up, back, up, back. Take a child's pose. Oh my gosh. Ah, rock that side to side. Woo! Now, option, if you have a wall handy and you have space and you don't have anything on your walls, you can do to where you pull your knees in into a tuck from the wall. So you will climb up to your wall, making sure you have a grippy surface, nothing that's going to make your hands slide. Probably feel better if I have a little bit of mat. So my shoulders are tight, so that depends, that makes a difference on how close I can actually get to the wall. And then bring it down. Ah, that didn't work. I think I'm too close. Bring the knees in. ugly. Totally on the fly on that one. All right, so if you want to work the low core muscles, we're going to work the float muscles. So if you're used to doing inversions, this is a good time for that. You can work your forearm or you can work your tripod. If you're not yet into a tripod, I continue to encourage you to keep trying. Remember, the legs don't have to go up. It's just finding that balance, making sure your neck is not compromised. If you're new to it, up against the wall, toward a wall is always going to be safest for you. You just want to make sure your neck, you're not rolling into your neck. That's why I love a wheel or blocks or something behind the head, because, and a lot of people, I will see this in class, I will place their head pad here, and when they go to get on it, they pull it this way. There's a reason why I put it here, is because I don't want you rolling your neck into it. So you want the very, very top of your head, not the front of your head, not the back of your head, down. So pretend this wheel is up against the wall. It's not going to go anywhere if it's up against the wall. And then so see the alignment in my neck. It's not letting me crane my head forward. So that keeps me from rolling into my neck. So that's why a wheel is really, really nice. You can stack blocks or something firm like that up against the wall too to keep you from craning into your neck. So let's work those floats and then we will be done. Tripod, triangle with head and hands. Hands are shoulder width apart, always wide fingers on the mat, never together. Grip, 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 so pull back with the fingertips, those are your brakes. Head goes down, booty comes up and over, and just toe taps here. Lift and lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Bring that back down, take a quick break. We're gonna float it up. Actually, let's go halfway. Booty comes up over the head. Lift to a pike. Bring it back down. Lift to a pike. Bring that back down. One more time, lift to a pike. Bring that back down. Take a quick break. This time, if you want to float it all the way up, we're going to float it all the way up. Whew, that was a good workout today. I needed that. I needed that. I needed to kick my own arse. Hopefully it kicked your arse too. I don't swear too much. I don't judge people that do. I just don't a lot. So I use weird words like arse. All right, I'm stalling again. All right, here we go. Let's bring those legs up with control if you want. Bring it nice and straight. Let's float it back down. So kick your booty back, hinge in the hips, let the toes float down with control. You have to counterbalance. If you don't sink your booty back, the legs are too heavy, and you drop all the way down. Lightly touch the mat and hang, and bring that down. Whew. Well done, my lovelies. I'm a hot mess. My hair's sticking to my face, which means I got a little moist. I know people don't like that word, but I'm not really dripping, but I did get a little bit. I perspired a little bit. On our height. Let's bring that to our Shavasana. Whew, I hope you enjoyed that today. I feel incredible. I would like to go to the very next song, which is Pride. If you are my Facebook friend, I kind of encourage you guys to take a moment to just listen to this song. So I would like to take the whole 5 minutes today. If you just can't, I understand. I know that laying in Shavasana is really hard for some people. It's not for me at all. I appreciate the rest, and what Shavasana is supposed to do is help you to learn to appreciate rest and to be still. So I encourage you to take the whole, it's like 3 minutes or 3 seconds shy
of Shavasana, and it starts now. So if you are on the playlist, it's already starting. So let's settle. Finding a comfortable posture for you. If you need to elevate that head a little bit. Kicking those feet out to the corners of your mat. Wiggling the shoulders around a little bit so the shoulder blades are flat. Softening the toes and the ankles. Relax the calves and the knees. Soften the thighs. Unclench the booty. Relax the abs. You just killed them. And they work for you all day long. So let's give them a break here. They deserve at least a 5-minute break. Arms are away from the body a little bit so the shoulder blades are not pinching, palms facing up. Relax the fingers. Wrists, elbows are soft. Biceps and triceps relax. Take a breath. Exhale, chest and shoulders into the mat. Soften the face. Lightly close the lips. Separate the teeth, let the jaw fall back. Lightly close the eyes. Let the eyeballs sink back into the sockets. Your eyes will feel crossed. Relaxing the forehead. Relaxing the eyebrows. And let the back of the head be nice and soft. Go back through your body, make sure you didn't pick up any tension. Keeping your breath nice and soft. Not even trying to control it here. Make your last adjustment, and from here on out, try not to fidget. Don't mess with your clothes. Resist the temptation to scratch anything. Just let the belly and the chest rise and fall with the breath. And just listen to the birds. Pretend that there's the warmth of the sunshine hitting your face, hitting your body. The sun is peeking through the trees. You hear those birds. And enjoy the rest. Swivel fingers and toes. Roll the wrists and ankles. Draw the legs together, reach it up nice and long, give it
I'm so sorry I didn't have another song right after that one that's calming and relaxing like that one. Rolling to your side and bring that up to seated. I need to make sure I have 2 Shavasana songs back to back in every playlist so that doesn't happen. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. I hope you got some like tension, frustrations, energy out of your system that you needed to get out. And hopefully the lights were helpful, making it a little bit brighter, working on getting me up closer, wide angle. I have the lens for my camera, but not for the iPad. So working things out. So bear with us. Namaste, my lovelies.